Welcome, everyone, to Chapter 9 of the 9 Trials. When we last left off, Barbara, the pack leader of the coyotes, offered to take care of the unsanctioned coyote in the neighborhood in exchange for more sausage. Lord Sassafras has seemingly taken an interest in young Kirsch, and a hat made from a tuna tin might derail all their plans. My name is Anne, and I will be your storyteller.
My name is Dustin, and I'll be playing Jitters.
My name is Frances, and I'll be playing Princess Snowball.
My name is Kay, and I'll be playing Kirsch.
The raven has dropped off Anthony's tin tuna hat at the paws of Lord Sassafras. The raven caws loudly at Lord Sassafras, and caws loudly into the air for all to hear before flying out of the clearing in a flurry of black feathers. What do you do?
I'm gonna kind of go. I mean, how far away are we from the stump? Is it kind of like we're in audience formation?
Yes, so the last thing that happened, Lord Sassafras gathered you around and he was about to say something grand, and this raven swooped in, stole his thunder, and dropped off this small tin hat at his feet. At his paws.
Well, guess we know who that's probably from then, huh?
Is it Anthony's hat?
It's definitely Anthony's hat. You've seen him wear it. He was wearing it with pride. You did notice last time that there was a little bit of what looked like maybe dried blood. Smells like raccoon. And maybe some tufts of raccoon hair or fur stuck to it.
That's
I just
definitely
shake
more
my head
Kirsch and
and-
less me.
I shake my head and say, well, that's what happens when you wear something like a can as a hat.
Oh. And I look down and I try to, put away the measuring cup on my head.
Oh!
I forgot you were wearing.
That's right.
That was such a dig.
Wow, I completely forgot. But I'm not mad about it. Yeah, Princess Snowball's a bitch. She would say that. All right, I stand by it.
Princess Snowball is a little orange chicken drunk. And she may have just said it. I'm just saying.
I mean,
Got it.
you overlook a fashion disaster.
You look over and you see Jacques, who is just staring at this little tin hat, remnants of his predecessor. And for a very small cream-colored cat, his eyes are very wide. And he is perfectly still. Lord Sassafras is actually looking at the three of you. He's measuring your reactions. How do you react?
Does he look surprised at all?
He looks displeased.
I'm sorry, who was looking at us?
Lord Sassafras.
Okay.
There's the map. Sarah's pulling out the character sheets. Like, yes! I thought I'd lost the map. Okay.
I just meet his eye contact, dead on, and kind of look at him like, well, we told you so.
So you just said this is what happens when you wear a tin can for a hat. You've met his gaze. He's looking straight at you, deadpan. This is what happens when you leave someone behind.
This is also what happens when you lead someone into a trap. No,
He
this
sighs
is something
heavily.
we had anticipated this end. It's weird to get confirmation about it in such a way. Well, okay, so obviously this is meant for a message that they have done away with Anthony. What do you think What exactly do they expect us to do about this? Obviously, they sent this to get some kind of reaction out of us. Right? I mean, that's why you do things like this, especially if you're like part of the raccoon mafia.
Maybe they want us to stop with the challenges.
That sounds like a good idea to me.
Well, what would they have to gain from having us stop doing the challenges? I mean, they're a mafia. I mean, oh, I kind of
When he
turn
says
and look
that,
over at Lord Sassafras,
yeah, I want
and
to
I
look at
go,
Lord Sassafras too as
"What
he's saying
was
all this.
Mm-hmm.
what was the mafia like when there was a cat council? Were they kind of more under control?"
Under control is maybe an overstatement, but I could safely say, although we have no formal truce with the raccoon mafia, things were more. He kind of his paws up in the air and he's looking for the word balanced.
Hmm. Would they have would they benefit from keeping a council from reforming?
Well, clearly, at this point, they feel that the balance of power is in their favor. It wouldn't surprise me that they would do what they think they have to do to keep that balance in their favor.
Hmm. We're gonna have
Can
to
I
decide on them.
can
Go
I
ahead.
do can I roll to see if he's being genuine? I still don't fully believe that he's not the reason that people haven't been passing.
Interesting. Yes, you can roll your instinct.
Okay. Especially just based on how ridiculous some of these challenges are. I don't believe it. Well, I believe it.
What did you get?
An 81.
Hmm.
Mm.
There's something that I actually wanted to do when you said it, but kind of forgot about it. Can I see if Jacques' reaction is genuine? If that is a genuine sense of, oh my gosh, someone's actually dead, or is it kind of an act?
Yes, roll your instinct.
Okay.
While he's doing that, Princess Snowball, um, it totally forgot what I was going to say. It was important, and I don't know it anymore. So never mind.
Oh dear.
So my instinct is 70, and I wrote a
Yes.
59.
Jacques is terrified.
Okay.
He has put all his effort and all of his fish, as you say, in one basket with Lord Sassafras. And when you first met him, obviously he was trying to do a good job, and he really thought that this was a thing, and he's so excited to be this thing. And now he's sort of seeing the consequences of his associations, and not really knowing what happened is, as we all know, kind of a little more terrifying than knowing what actually happened.
Hmm.
Yeah, just seeing like the end result, and then your imagination kind of
Mm-hmm.
plays with what forms of torture did they do to this poor guy,
His
possibly.
imagination wheels are spinning.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Good to know. Um. Well, I guess here's the real question: if we wanted to do something about it, what could we do about it? I mean, we're not like in a position of power to be able to seek revenge for our fallen comrade, and plus he was also playing both sides,
We're
kind of a
not even
thing.
on the cat council.
Well, I
Maybe if
know.
we remembers we could do something. And I just look at Lord Sassafras and smile.
I'm sorry, say it again.
Maybe if we were members we could do something.
My friends, you are so close to becoming members of the Cat Council. You only have 2 more challenges.
Well, it seems like a good
Well,
time to make sure that They're passable challenges then. Huh.
He looks at the tin tuna hat. He notices the now slightly shivering Jacques, and he says, I believe if we can tie up these loose ends and plan a way to move forward, that these challenges may not be so difficult. We have made a bargain with the coyotes on the hill. Barbara has agreed to take care of our problem for some more sausages. My instinct, friends, and correct me if you think I'm wrong, she has a vested interest in getting this taken care of, and she said it would be taken care of by the next moon, which would be tonight. So I think we should, in anticipation, certainly procure some more sausage.
No, that's something I was thinking too. That's at least one of the definite jobs we have to do. Um, I got a question though. What if someone offers Barbara a better deal than what we can?
Better than sausage?
Yeah, let's say more sausage, or a different food supply, or food that is actually like brought to them on a regular basis. I'm just saying, hypothetically, what would happen to Barbara or us, let's say, if someone offers Barbara a better deal? Are we going to have to fight coyotes if that happens?
In my experience with Barbara, she has been very forthright and has, if nothing else, kept to her end of the bargain. She
Can
has
I?
never double crossed me.
That sounds a little politician for me. I definitely want to see what kind of political, um, what is that called? Razzle dazzle he put on that. I want to,
Okay.
I want to see what is the subtext that he's hiding, kind of a thing. So yeah, can I roll my instinct for that?
Sure. You guys are so suspicious.
I know we don't trust anyone anymore. Oh, I don't know. I have a 70 and I rolled an 82.
What he's saying seems to make sense. Thinking back on your conversation with her, she does have some skin in the game, pardon the pun on this one. You yourself, when you met with her, mentioned that if this unsanctioned coyote's whelps grew up, she'd have a pack of her own. So, she does seem to have some things at stake as well.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Well, so I'm assuming our next trial is procure or get enough sausage to, um, what is that? Appease our coyote friend, ally. I'll say ally.
I like how you're
Coyote
just
ally.
deciding what our next challenge should be.
Oh no, I was just asking if that was our next challenge. Unless there is something else that is already planned.
Oh no, my friends, as I said, the last portions of the trials tend to be very curated for the participants. We can have a negotiation and a conversation about what you feel is fair. You did mention that we do not know for sure if she will complete her task. I believe myself that she will do as she says, but we could stake her out. We could procure some more sausage. We could, and he looks down at the tin tuna hat, find out what happened to our comrade.
Hmm.
I am also open to suggestions from all of you, but I do believe that our suggestion should pertain to this pressing issue at hand.
Yeah. Well, I guess, hey, do you guys want to put it to a vote? And I like turn to, um, I turn to Princess, I turn to Snuffles, I turn like to the group, and I'm like, what are your guys' thoughts?
Kirsch wrinkles her
Sausage.
nose and she's like, I don't want to get in. I don't want to be in trouble anymore.
The options were sausage, stakeout,
Or find out what happened to your comrade Anthony.
oh yeah, two of those sound like we might die, and one sounds like we might get kicked out of a restaurant by some people. So y'all know which one my vote is. I'd rather get in
Sausage.
trouble than die.
Now that's a good choice. um, however, so I was gonna vote for sausage as well. Snuffles, how about you, buddy?
I mean, man, we've gotten stuff from that restaurant before. If that's all he wants, man, then
I
dude, that
think
seems like an easy one to me. But
yeah.
and he leans
I
into
think
you, but
hmm,
maybe a little easy. I don't know, dude.
I think the real trouble on this one is actually probably going to be the quantity of sausage we are going to have to get.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're smart. Yeah, I hadn't
It
thought of that.
really
We
seemed
need to
like
get a
that's
coyote's worth.
yeah, that's a that's a really good way of phrasing it, Kiers. We have to get a coyote's worth of sausage. Um so but I'm also partial to somehow seeing if we could get the squirrels maybe to watch and make sure that the that Barbara holds up her end of the deal. Is there any way, like, can I look around and see if there are any squirrels around us?
Yes, roll your well, how would you like to determine that? Would you like to
Um,
listen for them? Do you want to feel their little tiny eyes on you?
they do have very beady eyes, so I'm assuming that I'd be able to. I'd have yeah. However, you think that I should be able to sense. I could even be like, squirrels. Anyone here? Any
You
squirrels
yell
here?
out, "Squirrels! Anyone here?" And from a tree in the clearing, you hear some rustles in the leaves. And you hear the question go out, "Are we here? Here, 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 here," on the leaves. And then it comes back, "Yes, yes, 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 yes." And a squirrel spirals down the tree and sits in front of you. "We are here."
We were wondering if you can keep an eye on Barbara and the coyote under the bridge. One, to make sure that what has been promised does happen, and to kind of be able to give us a little bit of details of what happens while we go and procure sausage for Barbara.
The tail flicks. The squirrel runs up in a spiral back up the tree. And you hear coyote, bridge, 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 disappear in the leaves. And then coming back from the leaves, "Yes, yes, 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 yes." The squirrel comes running back down the tree, stops in front of you, flicks his tail. "We will do. We will
Excellent.
do. We
Excellent.
will do. We will do." Tribute?
Ah, is there any what sort of tribute would the queen, her majesty of the squirrels, desire? It's pretty
And he gets
much
this look like, "Oh, good question." Like he hadn't thought of it because he hadn't. He runs back up the tree and you hear it in the form of a question. "Tribute? Tribute, 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 tribute." Out on the leaves.
While he's
And
waiting
then,
for the answer,
mhm.
I want to look at Jitters and say, "What if we got something while we were at the restaurant?"
I'm hoping that we could probably do something like that. You know, two birds with one stone kind of a thing. That would be
Yeah.
that would be nice.
You say
So
two birds with one stone, and you hear an uncomfortable rustling in the bush next to you.
yeah, it just sorry, just a saying, just a figure of speech. That's a good pigeon.
My throat is sore, so it worked really well. Coming back on the breeze, you hear useful, 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 useful. And the squirrel comes running back down. Queen and squirrels would like something useful. Tools, tools,
Useful
tools, tools, something useful.
tools. Okay,
What's useful to a
I
squirrel?
Food,
maybe some.
food, things for food, 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 things for food, something useful.
What is your favorite? The walnuts are the favorite. So maybe something to help crack wall. I bet you anything that there is some kind of hitting kitchen tool inside of the sausage place.
Oh, like a
Dude,
smasher.
dude, what are
Yeah,
you doing? You're getting us two trials in one, man.
Snuffles
I know.
pauses. Wait, dude, that is two in one. Man, you know what I mean?
Very
Hmm.
true. That means we could finish this last one, and then we are done. Then we've finished the trials, and we're a part of the council. Then
So, hey, if we worked out a way to accomplish two of the things on his to do list in one, I think that's what that means.
Lord Sassafras says, on his list, I am still standing here, friends.
oh, sorry, we just
Well,
hadn't.
then you have listened to our logic and understand it. Thank you.
I do understand your logic. Once we have been able to confirm that our efforts have not been in vain, then Princess Snowball, roll your purr.
Mm, Are you kidding me?
Oh no.
I have a 70 per and rolled an 86. All right, these dice are getting switched out. I've
Francis,
only
I'm going
rolled
to be.
twice and they've been in the 80s both times, so back in the box they go.
I got to
And
get you
literally your
a
purr.
dice jail.
Yes, an actual dice jail.
You want to give me advantage on that? I don't know.
For funsies, can I just have advantage?
Just
Uh,
be cute.
what I will say, um, is he finishes his sentence. Um, he. Oh gosh, what was he about to say? Um, it it can be assessed. You can tell he's giving it about a 50-50.
Hmm.
There are a lot of variables in this situation.
So, okay. Well, if we're able, we will procure a useful tool for the squirrels while we're in there. However, our main focus, I think, when we get there is the sausage. If we have to choose between the sausage and the useful tool, we will first bring back the sausage and then maybe find a useful tool somewhere else.
Could we maybe make a plan of action before we go?
There's still a little squirrel sitting in front of you. His eyes are darting back and
So
forth. He's
I
not
think
sure what to tell the queen.
here's what I think. I
Hmm.
think Kirsch and I are obviously the cutest members, no offense, of this group.
None
I
I
think
taken.
mean, Jitters
we
is clean now.
No, why, thank you. But I still
but
think
we are
she's
the
talking about.
cutest. Okay, so the cutest members of the group purr at the back door and try to get sausage from the chefs. We distract them and let Jitters and the other guys go in and try to maybe, I don't know, maybe you guys can tackle from different ways and try to sneak in while we're distracting someone with our cuteness.
Okay.
Dirt Cat steps up, limping just a little bit. He's trying to hide it, but it's better, but it still hurts him. And he says, "You guys, I don't think I'm any good to you in a heist situation. if it's okay with Lord Sassafras, you guys and the squirrel here, I'll join the stakeout. I can do that. I can sit and wait. That's something I can do without hurting myself.
Hmm. Okay. Um, that's probably best too, because in a hairy situation, you might have to get out of it, and you'd just end up getting more hurt. So, what do you guys think? Do you think that's okay? But then that definitely has to be 2 completed trials. And I kind of give a look at Lord Sassafras.
It is almost like one and a half and a half. So I did offer all of you the option to work together as a team. And you did accept that offer, so yes, I too find this acceptable.
Excellent. Okay. So, do you guys think it's okay? So, Dirt Cat can go with the squirrels and do stakeout, and the rest of us will go to the sausage place and try to get as much sausage um and a useful tool. Actually, yeah, both. I think we might need just Snow Princess to be the distraction, because I think we're going to need more people to get all of that out.
The small squirrel is still sitting in front of you expectantly. This is a lot of information for him, and he's not sure what
Oh,
to tell the queen.
yes. Um, you do stakeout. We get useful tool.
His tail flicks in delight. He runs up the tree, and you hear it on the wind. Tools! Tools, 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 tools. And coming back from the rustle of the leaves, cat, 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 cat. He runs back down, and he runs right up to the feet of Dirt Cat, gives him a little nod, flicks his tail, and heads off in the direction of the river. Dirt Cat nods at all of you and follows him out of the clearing.
And we
Because,
never
hey,
saw
Dirt
Dirt
Cat,
Cat again.
Yeah?
before he leaves, I'm like, dude,
Yeah?
be careful. We still don't know a lot. There's still a lot we don't know. We don't know if the coyotes have a connection to the the raccoons, and the raccoons might have an interest in what's going to happen tonight with the coyotes. So watch out for coyotes and raccoons. Be careful.
Hey,
I want you to come back to us, dude.
Be
hey,
good, Dirt Cat.
what have I got to lose? And he follows the squirrel out.
That is so. He's so dead.
Yeah, we're never seeing him again.
We're never seeing him again. I'm sitting here. It's
I
kind of like,
told her
you know,
to be
when
good.
remember, what is it? It's always in the movie to where it's the one good, like there's someone's being like super nice to like the main character, and then you're like, oh, they're so gonna die by the end of the movie, kind of a thing. And I'm like, ah,
To me,
nuts.
that's watching RuPaul's Drag Race when the queens start getting emotional. Well, they're gone.
Right.
Not
The
quite the
one
same concept, but in a way, the exact same concept.
the one that gets the video message from their family and you're like, "Oh, bye."
They're dead.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I don't want to see it.
As Dirt Cat follows the squirrel out of the clearing, Jacques has approached the tin tuna hat and sniffed it and batted at it with his paw. And he pulls his paw away really quickly. Oh, it's still fresh.
It's oh, can it as in like did some of the blood come off on his paw?
It sure did. He's now sitting there with one paw kind of up, and he's staring at the not very large but quite disturbing speck of raccoon blood on his paw.
Mm. That I hate having loose ends. I mean, that scares me. The fact that We had no problems with the raccoon mafia, and then now I just have this terrible feeling that they're in league with the coyotes, and they're just I'm thinking everything's a trap now, dude. And I
Mm.
look over at Snuffles. I'm like, tell me when I start getting too paranoid, okay?
Man, that was like 2 years ago, dude. In a moment of sweetness and tenderness that you're actually not used to seeing from Lord Sassafras, he walks towards little Jacques. He picks up a leaf in his paw and wipes Jacques' paw with the leaf and puts the leaf in the tin. And he sits next to Jacques in um, sort of a protective way. And he says, "My friends, good luck and hurry back."
All right. And I'm gonna kind of like look at everyone and kind of get like affirmation. Is that the word? From like everyone, and I guess start heading out.
Mm-hmm. I
Mhm.
nod.
Snuffles is right behind you. You leave the clearing and head up the street towards the restaurant. Before you get to the restaurant, you have a few minutes to devise your plan.
All right, so I'll go to the back door and meow as beautifully and loudly as I can, and hopefully distract them and try to get sausage.
And then, well, I mean, it is a plan that has worked before. The whole, um, look at me. Oh, my friend's sneaking behind you, kind of plan. I
Well,
mean,
until y'all ruined it, but yes.
what are you talking about? We got sausage
I
last time. We got sausage a couple times with
Hmm.
that.
Anyway,
So, all right. Ah, I just think. What time of the day is it?
It's late afternoon, if I remember correctly.
Okay, okay. I
You
feel
went
kind
to
of
see the
bad.
coyotes during the day, and that's why they were in their den, if I remember
Hmm.
correctly.
I feel kind of bad for this restaurant because we've been stealing so much sausage, and we've terrorized this Italian restaurant so much.
eh, don't feel bad.
um,
So,
what would be the equivalent? Let me see. Hmm. If you're thinking about the sausage in the restaurant, anybody who wants to could roll their instinct, I think.
okay.
okay, I shall do that.
Sure. Oh my god, I rolled another 80. I give up.
Oh, wow,
I can't
wow.
stop rolling 80 something.
Okay, I have a 70, and I
Mm-hmm.
rolled a 70.
Mm.
So what does that mean? I don't think I've ever rolled the number.
Meter beat.
Yeah, it's meter beat.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay,
have
okay.
a 42 instinct, and I got 35 when I rolled.
nice. As you are working through the plan in your head and deciding who's going to go out front and who's going to go in the back and who's going to try and sneak in the window, it does occur to you that there's more than one shop in that line. There's the shoe store, the ice cream parlor, the Ruban Rouge, a sandwich shop, and the restaurant Salsiccia.
Oh.
Well, a
We
sandwich shop
could
might have
try
some.
multiple places. We could try the restaurant and because okay, now here's a question. I'm sorry. Question for the DM. Is it
Yes.
is the sandwich place kind of like is it like a Subway, or is it more like, what is that, like a Jersey Mike's, to where they actually have like the
Hmm.
big chunks of meat that they slice?
Oh. We did establish that it was a sub shop. We did not establish what kind of sub shop. We could say, and I think we did kind of allude to the fact that there was sort of a Subway type restaurant in the shopping center across the way. Most of these stores here are mom and pop shops.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna say, I guess it would depend on how mom and poppy it is.
Let's find out. Let's let the dice decide.
Oh boy.
Nice. So yes, this small row of businesses are mom and pop shops.
Cute.
Okay.
Jitters and Snuffles, you have got a couple things from this shop before. It's more of a deli that sells excellent sandwiches. You can
Ah,
buy a can of
perfect.
pop, and they always have a pot of coffee on, and you can get a water if you want. And they just have a counter where you can get either a pound of meat or you can get that half pound of meat on a slab of bread. It's simple, it's family run, it's freshly cut meat from a
Okay.
large slab.
So, seeing how we were specifically asked for sausage and we said sausage, I think we have to hit the Italian restaurant first for that sausage. And then, unless everything
Sounds good
goes
to me.
incredibly good, then we're done. But if it doesn't go as well as we hoped, then we'll hit the deli.
Cool, man.
All right, let's. Oh, and the plan is cute kitty distraction. Everyone else head on in.
Yeah,
Should
that
y'all
works for
maybe
me.
try like different ways in so it's not just, hey, there's suddenly three cats in the kitchen? Because that doesn't
Well,
seem like subtle.
true, but the kitchen is where everything is.
Well, yes, but if we're
And
trying to sneak in, maybe not everyone sneaking in the same way or at the same time or place makes sense.
wait, do you want us to just walk through the front door?
Well, I don't know if there's more than one way, or if not, maybe we don't need all three of us to go in.
If you would like some clues, roll your instinct.
Instinct,
Okay,
yay!
ready to roll another 80 something.
Oh man, I've been rolling super high today. I got a 90.
Wow.
I rolled a 7. Tell me what I know, Anne.
I rolled a 16.
Nice. Kirsch and Princess Snowball, because you have done this act one time before. You do, and Kirsch does actually live on that block. You remember there is the entrance in the front. There is the gated entrance in the back. There is the vent window, just big enough for a cat to crawl into. There is also the dumpster that is behind a little gate there.
So it seems like there are definitely multiple ways in. No?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll have one go through the door, one go through the cat the window, and one try to go in through the front. How about this? How about Snuffles and Kirsch? Why don't you two try to go in through the back door? I'll try to go in through the front door, and
You want to go through the front?
well, it's either that, it's either you and me in the back, and Snuffles out in front, or you by yourself in the front.
Hmm.
And I think
What
you
exactly are you guys trying to grab?
sausage
Well, I'm trying to get
primarily.
the sausage.
Are you
I
going to
mean,
run in? Are you going to run in
well,
too once you get a chance to get in? Are you going to try to run in as well? Or are you there
no,
to
I'm
just.
trying to distract them and get sausage by begging for it.
Okay.
So, I mean, Yaya should look for sausage in case I fail, but also, like, what kind of tool are we looking for?
Um,
Hmm.
I'm assuming that we're trying to grab like some kind of. It's fortunately they're squirrels, so we can't get something too big
I would think like a
because
fork.
They just want a
Maybe
smashy thing, maybe.
a spoon, a fork, knife. Probably, yeah, probably some kind of human handheld thing. Um, that's going to be, unfortunately, what's there and what do you think can be easily grabbed? Remember,
Mm,
the tool is a secondary thought, right? We have to get the sausage first, and then I think the tool, unless you guys think
wait.
differently.
So should someone go with Princess Snowball to go get the sausage? And then
Nope.
maybe you want to do that by yourself?
I think having more than one cat is going to make things worse. I think just one loud cat to distract and beg for
Okay.
sausage. And y'all spread out and try to enter in as many different ways as possible.
Well, so and Jitters and Snuffles, you two have worked together before. Maybe you should stick together when you go through the back, and then I don't know. I figure I'm fast. Maybe I can scoot by.
Mm. Um, I feel kind of bad leaving you. I mean, because yeah, Snuffles and I have done this a lot. So we've done it. We kind of know what wrenches can get thrown into what problems can happen. Um,
That also means you'd be the best at getting something out.
what do you think, dude? And I look over at Snuffles.
Oh, um, and he's feeling a little on the spot.
Well, I mean,
Dude, no. Okay, so yeah, you and I, man, we've we pulled off our share, right? Right? Am I right?
yeah.
Um, and Princess Snowball and Kirsch, they're cute. She's cute. Um, I
And
mean,
I kind
last
of,
time we were yes,
I was gonna kind of see if I can. How close is Kirsch to me?
cat distance.
Cat. um, can I give a little bit of a, oh, he thinks you're cute kind of thing, like under my voice, as not too obvious, but just a little. Um, I'm doing it one to make him to. I don't know if you can make a cat blush,
Right, you're messing with your
but
friend.
I'm messing with my friend, but I'm also trying to help him out to put in
Mm.
like, hey, Kirsch, he thinks you're cute, and I know he thinks you're cute, kind of thing. I
You
don't know.
may. What do you say to him, or what do you say out loud?
When he does Kirsch is cute too, and I'm gonna just kind of do like a very low, aww, and give like a little sideways glance to Kirsch.
Kirsch's
Kirsch,
tail puffs up 3 times its size.
Kirsch, roll your instinct.
That was a 93.
You don't know
You
a damn
know it's
thing, girl.
you know it's about you, and you know it's not negative, but huh,
Yeah.
fluff.
When
I
I
think
hear
it.
the words cute and she, her pronouns, I just assume they're talking about me.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Like
cool.
puffing up my tail,
That tracks. That tracks. So, dude, he says to you, you and
Okay,
I know that we could both fit in through that window, right, man? We've done that before. We
true.
know that Princess Noble and Kirsch, they're charming, so they can distract. I mean, we they could go up front and try and make a ruckus, and we could try and sneak in the back, or they could make a ruckus in the back, and we can try and sneak in the front. I
Okay.
mean, last time we were in the back, though, man, you and me. Let's be honest, we got our tails handed to us on the backside of a broom. I mean, that's how Goat
Yeah.
Cat got hurt.
Yeah. Well, that was also because we had roaches. There were roaches involved.
Suddenly, you
Yeah.
remember the roaches.
Ha! Can I look? Can I see if are there any roaches around?
He mentioned roaches. Everyone, go ahead and roll your senses.
Dang.
Where did I put my updated total?
76 and I have a
Mhm.
62.
Oh, I have a 55 and I rolled a 55.
Okay.
Ooh.
Second time that's happened tonight. Wow.
Yeah, roll it on the
I got
number.
a 99, so
Cool. Princess Snowball sniffs, and there's definitely insect in the air in this alley. What it is and where it's coming from, it's a good guess, but it's there.
Guys, I smell some sort of insect
Hmm.
around.
Okay. Well, do you want to have one of us go in the back and one of us go in the front, dude? I mean, ah, I mean, we wouldn't be overthinking this so much if so much wasn't writing on this.
hmm.
This is some important sausage, man.
Yeah, yeah. Well, here. How about this? We'll have two teams. We'll have Snowball and Snuffles in the back, and Kirsch and I in the front. And the goal is the cute one distracts, the street one goes in, and if the cute one can get in or be able to get something, try to go in there and try to get something. So your goal isn't just to distract; it's also to see if you can get in and grab something, and we'll be able to attack from the front and the back, so to speak.
Okay. So I'm in the front of the back.
Um, I was thinking you'd be in the back, but which one do you? I'll let you choose, dude.
So it's me and Princess.
Either you and Princess or you and Kirsch.
Um um um
How about this, dude? You can go with Kirsch. I'll be
hmm?
with Princess. Okay, go. Let's go. We'll give you guys. How long would it take them about to get to the front? Could
um
I say give? We'll give you a count of 30 or a count of 100 starting now, and at that time go in.
the
Start your act.
restaurant Salsiccia is on the end of the block, so it wouldn't take very long for them to turn the corner and end up in front of the restaurant.
Okay. So I'll tell you what. We'll give you guys. Princess and I will give you a count of 50 um, from when you guys leave. And at that count of 50, start your act and try to get in. Oh, um, Kirsch, if there's any outside seating, see if you can steal some silverware from the outside seating. So maybe that might help with the tools.
Got it.
Awesome. All right. Is everyone ready?
You ready, dude? Is that
I,
just me? I'm the only one?
I
Cool.
mean,
Cool.
I-
Cool, let's
I'm
go.
ready.
That's cool.
I'm confused, but I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay. Oh, so
You and me, Kirsch. We're going around to the front.
Okay.
just remember, Kirsch, be cute, and if you can, steal some silverware. Sounds good?
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, starting count now, and we're all going to get into position.
Snuffles looks at Kirsch and nods and runs to go around the corner.
I
1,
follow.
2, 3.
Princess Snowball and um, Jitters are pretty much already there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
The window to the vent is open. The little venting window is open. The door to the back is open, but the security door is closed. The trash bin is there, but it's in its sort of little concrete enclosure with the metal gate in front of it.
Okay.
you get to
Okay,
30.
so I'll get to my spot to where if they open the door, I would be easily able to get in. If I can't get in through the door, then I'll go through the window.
Great. And Princess Snowball, how are you going to commence?
I'm gonna like situate myself right by the back door and just start purring as loudly as I can manage, but also like as sweetly as I can manage. I gotta give it
Okay.
like the right volume where it still sounds sweet and not alarming.
Not cat in distress.
Right.
Right.
But where you hear it and you're immediately like, there's an incredibly adorable cat that wants some sausage.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Roll your purr.
Oh, hold on. I dropped one of the dice. Got a 15.
It's melodic. It's carries on the wind. It is it's loud, but it has sort of soft round edges to it. It's the kind of thing that cats have been using for centuries to lure their humans into giving them their hard-earned food. The back door opens and you see a familiar cook. He is, however, holding a broom.
Uh-oh.
He doesn't move out of the doorway. He's just looking down at you holding the broom.
I want to give him the biggest eyes and like fluff up my tail real pretty.
More purr.
All right. Oh my god,
Oh.
83.
He takes the broom and he's not trying to hit you with it. He's trying to get your front paws with the bottom of the broom. He's trying to shoo you away. But in doing so, he does take a step away from the door.
Then I'm gonna go for it.
Seeing this, I want to kind of try to remain where I am and like just keep meowing super loudly. And if I can get around the broom, I kind of want to like go like towards his feet and like kind of rub up on his ankle.
Cool. Cool. Jitters, roll your pounce. You are running.
I am so glad that I put a couple cans of tuna into this.
How many times have you said that? Man, I'm so glad I put a couple cans of tuna into this.
Oh my gosh. I have a 60. I got a 59.
Ooh. The cook comes just far enough out from the edge of the security door that the security door actually starts to slowly close. And you just make it in before the security door closes on your tail behind you.
Whew.
Princess Snowball, one more time. You are still trying to keep him out there, I assume?
Yes. I want
Purr
him to
it.
get me. I rolled a 61 and my paw is 70.
Your paw or your purr?
Sorry, purr.
Cool. You give the edge of the broom a couple little playful bats. Like, hey, you know. And he's even making more sort of a concerted effort not to hit you, just kind of trying to push you, and he's actually kind of playing a little bit now, kind of playing a little cat and mouse with you with the broom, and
I
oh
kind
yeah,
of try to
she's
like
cute.
pounce on the broom like I'm like chasing it.
Roll your pounds.
And I want to like kind of purr like I'm playing, you know.
Okay.
25. All of my time in the wild has paid off.
He continues to play with you for a few minutes while Jitters is in the kitchen.
Nice
All right, on you, buddy.
job. Okay. Hey, good job. Go team, go. Now let's see if I can hold up my end of the deal. Okay, so I'm looking for a way to get the most amount of sausage out of here as humanly possible. As catly as possible.
Kettily possible.
As cattily possible.
You
Um,
remember from last time, and you can see them now when you walk in. There are the drying sausages that are hanging from the ceilings in sort of the prep area. You see the stove. It looks like there's some things cooking and going currently on this stove. Um, and there's some food in the prep area.
ugh. Okay. Um, yeah, I primarily want the sausage, so I
Hmm.
have. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go for that sausage that's hanging.
There's the counter. You could reach it from the counter if you can get to the counter. Um, hmm. There is a step stool in there.
Ah,
There's
okay.
also a couple of plates of food in the window
Oh, are there
in the
any
pass.
big? Are there any big pieces of sausage on those plates?
Hard to see from where you are on the floor.
So I'm gonna have to jump up onto. Well, I'm gonna first jump up on the step stool, I guess, to the counter. I'm not the counter, but step stool to wherever. Yeah, wherever I can see, wherever that step stool goes to.
You can make it onto the step stool super easy. I'm not going to make you roll for that. It looks like one or two of these plates do have sausage on them. It is the Ristorante Salsiccia, after all.
Hmm. Would that actually be though the best way to get the most amount of sausage out of here? Because I'm assuming there's only going to be like a few pieces of sausage, and I'm just looking for bulk sauce. I'm looking. Once we came here, I immediately thought, hey, across the street, was there a Costco? Kind of a
There is a
thing.
grocery store.
Oh, if this doesn't work, and I'm thinking to myself that um, if this doesn't work out, maybe we can do that. Okay.
So there's an orange tabby cat sitting on a step stool, looking at the pass, wondering if there's a Costco across the street. Meanwhile, at the front of the restaurant, Kirsch and Snuffles.
Is there anybody in front of the deli, like sitting in front, or?
Interestingly enough, the restaurant Salsiccia does not have any outside seating, but the deli does have some makeshift folding chairs. They've tried to make them look nice, but the sandwich shop does have some chairs outside. Salsiccia does not.
Okay. Um. So, Snuffles, do we go inside or do we? Hmm.
I think the idea is that you get all cute, you use it out here to be cute, and then I try and sneak in. I think that was the plan.
Okay.
There's people there though. I
When
don't know.
I look, do they have a glass door?
It's very similar to the Ruban Rouge. So the front windows are pretty much all glass,
Okay.
or the
Um.
front wall is pretty much all glass. Of course, the windows are glass. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So when I walk up towards the glass, do I see anybody in there?
There are a few patrons having the early bird dinner or late lunch. They seem like older humans.
Okay. I'm going to try to not like scratch at, but like paw at the door, and then I
Hmm.
want to start purring, just like Princess Snowball. I'm essentially just doing an impression of her in my mind.
We have established that Kirsch is a good mimic.
Yeah.
Very true.
Very true. So roll your purr and do it with advantage.
Um, um, I guess I never modified my purr, did I? Um, Both of them make it. I got a 23 and a 33. Um, Out of 40.
You paw at the door, and sitting next to the window, looking sort of facing the direction of the door, there's a couple, um, an elderly human couple. Of course, they're human, they're not elephants, having dinner. And the
I don't
woman
know.
looks out and sees you, right? You don't know, you're a cat. I don't know. Um, Looks out the window and sees you playfully pawing at the door and purring. And you see her say something, and she gets up and very slowly kind of comes up over the door and opens it. And these are words that you would recognize. Humans say, "Oh, kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, so cute."
I want to start rubbing up all over her ankles.
She turns, and you're getting a hang of it now when humans are saying the names of other humans, it's starting to register to you as you experience the world a little bit more. And she turns, "Harold, Harold, look at this little kitty. Oh, so cute, this little kitty." And she kind of tries to bend over to pet you, and it's slow.
Oh,
Uh, but she gets there, and she's giving you the like butterfly feathery touches to the ears.
I'm still gonna keep
Snuffles.
purring.
You're gonna keep purring. The the human is holding the door open. Snuffles is gonna try and slink past her on the other side of her while she's distracted. Yeah, no. The door is not quite open enough, and he does catch her on the leg, and she notices him. He's had a bath. He looks a little bit better, but he's still a much larger, not as cat.
Hmm.
And she goes to back up a little bit as if she's going to close the door on him.
I'm gonna try to climb up onto her, but gently. I don't
Okay.
want to hurt her.
Uh, paw.
So I got a 10 out of 50. Or 55, sorry.
She just happened to be feeling fancy that day and wore her linen culottes. And you're able to get a little bit of claw in the linen fabric, the slightly open weave of her culottes, and your nails get a little bit caught in it. And she bends down to, "Oh no, kitty," and tries to help you get your little claws out of her culottes. And oh, please, Snuffles. Yeah, no Snuffles.
Ooh. Just
He
out of curiosity, what is Snuffles pounce? I think
Snuffles?
it's not super bad.
No, it's a 60, and he rolled a 92 though.
Hmm.
No. No.
Yeah, that's not even
Sorry,
like
buddy.
it's not even close. Like I can't even justify that. Can't work around it. He can't squeeze past the door.
Um,
She's kept it pretty tight now. And she kind of maybe doesn't see him. I don't know.
like, is her foot still in the door? I'm trying to imagine what it looks
Her
like.
body's in the way of the door.
Oh, I see. Um, did she get my claw out of her culottes, or?
Are you actively trying to keep them in, or are you going to let her take them out?
I'm gonna let her take them out.
She does work your little claws out of the slightly open weave of her pants and puts
Mhm.
you down. For a moment, it almost looks like she's going to pick you up.
I kind of like sit back on my haunches and like kind of like a dog begging. I'm totally gonna act like I'm into it.
Roll your purr.
I got a 4.
Wow. In her youth, this sweet old lady had a cat that looked just like you.
Mm.
and she's enamored with you. You're bringing back all kinds of lovely memories. She bends down and picks you up. It's a slow way back up, but she has you in her hands. You're a fairly small cat, so she's able to carry you. She turns to actually take you into the restaurant. What is she thinking? But Snuffles is going to take the opportunity. Oh, success. Uh,
Yes.
with the kindly old lady distracted, he is able to zip by her into the restaurant. Once he enters the restaurant, he realizes that the layout is very similar to the Ruban Rouge.
Oh.
Kirsch, the lady that you're now with, takes you over to her table and she's kind of trying to hide you a little bit.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
There's a waiter that's working the room and she's trying to, make sure that you're not seen, and she brings you back to the table and you hear the gentleman that she's with kind of, again, you don't know the words that they're saying, but you get the general impression that he's like, "What are you doing?" and she, you get the general impression that she's trying to tell him, oh, it's okay, whatever, whatever, as she pets you on the head. You are nose level to the table. Snuffles is going to try and zoop, 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 make his way to the back. This layout, again, is familiar to him. The front room is very similar to the Ruban Rouge. That is under. Nice. He finds his way to the other side of the pass. Princess Snowball, you're outside with the cook. What are you doing?
We're just having a good old time playing. I'm still kind of trying to like paw at the broom and just keep him entertained and busy.
He does this for a few minutes. Snuffles is going to have to duck. Hold on. Ooh, nice. He's stealthy. The waiter goes back behind the counter. Snuffles manages to duck into one of the shelves behind the counter and not get stepped on. And the waiter, ding, 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 rings the bell on the pass because there's food now dying in the pass. Outside, the cook hears. And Snowball, you hear the bell and you hear the cook's reaction to it. And the cook looks at you and kind of gives you like a stay there and opens the door to go inside.
I kind of meow after him, like, "Mom?" Like, kind of questioning, trying to
He
get into
turns
the.
he turns back around and says something, something, kitty, 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 something, something. And you get the general impression he wants you to like hang out for a second.
Okay, I go as close to the door and like just patiently wait right there.
As you patiently wait right there, roll
Oh.
your instinct.
Oh boy. Oh, I don't think that passes. Yeah, I have a 60 and I rolled a 68.
Everything's fine.
Great. Everything's fine. I'm doing wonderfully.
Jitters, you are in the kitchen. You
Yes,
hear the security door open.
Okay, hide?
What would be the equivalent of a stealth check?
First, I guess I would have to move. I'm right now on, I guess, on the step stool.
You are.
However, I guess I could like quickly jump down and kind of be like, try to be going like in between the legs of the step stool. And I would kind of be hidden unless he has a really good perception, I guess.
All right, you're going to try to hide underneath the step stool.
Yes.
It's not very high again, so I'm not going to make you roll for jumping down. But you are using the object to hide. So
Yes.
pause.
Pause. Oh, no, no likey that one. Oh crap, that's tilted. Oh, 14.
If anyone could see it, it would be quite a comical scene. The cook is not quite tall enough to reach the pass himself, and he uses the stool to reach up to the pass. So, with one foot, he's dragging the stool along, stepping up onto it, and putting stuff and moving stuff on the pass, and then stepping down, moving the stool along, and then stepping up onto it and moving stuff on the pass. And you are underneath the stool, tail tucked, paws wrapped around the legs of the stool, being sort of slid back and forth underneath this cook as he's
Oh,
trying to do his job.
my nice fur getting dragged all over the kitchen floor.
Oh.
Yeah, but you're going to
Um,
smell great.
oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This happens
Um,
a couple of times. You can tell that the cook isn't leaving lickety split.
is there ever a moment to where when the cook puts down the step stool and starts going up it, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to wait for a moment to where there's some place that I could like scurry underneath, like a counter, or scurry from the step stool underneath or behind something else so I don't get constantly dragged around the kitchen.
As you're being dragged back and forth, you do see that there is a mop and bucket in the
Oh
corner.
crap.
There is a cart that you don't know what it is, but it's for some sort of table side service.
Hmm.
Um, there are shelves in the counters themselves, and there's the window behind you, um, and then there's the pathway right at the edge that goes into the dining room.
Oh
Can
crap.
I meow
Okay.
and scratch at the back door?
Sure, paw it.
Are we pawing or purring?
Do you want him to hear the scratching, or are you trying to charm him?
I guess hear the scratching, but I'm just trying to get him back out.
Okay.
So I don't know how you would interpret that.
Um, well, you're trying to make a noise to distract him, so I would
Yeah.
say pause.
Okay. Well, I have a 45 and I rolled a 42. So I
Woo!
paw real loudly.
It hurts. It hurts a little bit because you're still missing that one claw, but you do rake your paws across the metal of the security screen door, and you hear. It's not impatient to you, but you can hear some impatience in the voice. Something, something, kitty, something, something, something. And the cook moves a little bit faster. So Jitters, you're kind of getting slid all over the floor. Your
And in my head,
tail is picking up all the crud that's on the floor, little bits of chopped onion. There might be
So
some
much
peppers, there a
caca.
tomato. Um,
uh,
yeah, it's pretty bad. Um,
I'm just going like, "Thanks, princess." I'm not saying it, but I'm kind of like, one, I do appreciate. Okay, there's going to be a moment where he will be distracted, but
uh-huh.
less appreciative of him moving faster.
Fair.
You hear some clinkety clinkety clinks, and you hear some rustling and another clinkety clank. And the cook has taken, you see the cook take a plate and momentarily open the door and go outside. Princess
As
Snowball. Okay,
oh,
go ahead.
I'm like, as soon as because I'm assuming he's actually going up on the counter and going down the steps. As soon as he is like starting a motion towards the door, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna make just a bolt fastest way I can to try and get some sausage.
Okay.
I'm I'm going for it.
You notice on the plate, he has cut off a little piece of sausage.
Now, did
Mm.
he leave the rest of that sausage on the I'm assuming he took a piece of sausage, cut it, took the small piece, and put it on the plate for her, and left the
Mm.
bigger piece of sausage on the counter. And, like, he's going to put it away later.
You can hop on the stool and find out.
I'm I'm moving in the fastest way possible.
You hop on the stool. Princess Snowball, you are presented with a plate. It's a small plate, but it's a nice plate. It's nice china of finely chopped sausage.
Um, I want to kind of like wave, like kind of puff up my tail at him and like purr, and I want to nibble. Just like at one, like I want to take one so he thinks that I'm like gonna eat it, but I just take one of the little bits, and I kind of like purr up at him.
And he says something, something kitty, and a word that you've heard before, dainty. Um, and he goes, he kind of pets you as you're slowly toothing one little chopped cube of sausage. Jitters. Yeah, for real. There's a line of sausage on the counter.
Yes. I am grabbing as much as I possibly can, and I am bolting to get situated for the door as soon as the waiter or the chef comes back in, bolting out with that sausage.
Dustin, roll your single numbered d10.
A single number D10?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can do that. So I rolled a 0, so that would be 10, right?
It is. In this case, when it's
Yay.
by itself, it's a 10. They are smaller links. I would say maybe like, like the 2-inch links, like maybe a
Mm-hmm.
hotter sausage. But well, one of them went outside to Princess Snowball. So now there's 9 tiny little
Oh,
links. So altogether, that's probably like, about 18 inches of sausage.
yes.
That's it.
Yay.
Back in the dining room, Snuffles is behind the counter and hiding from the waiter, who is quickly trying to now get the things out of the pass that the cook just put up there.
Mhm.
Kirsch, you are sitting in the lap of this kindly little old lady who's enjoying very softly petting you between the ears. Again, your nose is level to the table. You can see everything
Mhm.
that is on this table. She
Um.
herself is eating sausage.
Mhm.
The gentleman across from her is also having sausage and pasta. I
Mhm.
mean, it's a sausage restaurant.
Got it.
There's all kinds of stuff on the table. What do you do?
Um. Do I see what I would think is silverware?
You did grow up in a food establishment, so you are aware of what silverware is. There's a salad fork, a fork. So a little fork
Mhm.
and a slightly bigger fork that humans use for different things. There's a knife that they use to put the yummy, salty, creamy, buttery stuff on their bread.
Mhm.
And of course, you've seen that clearly at the Ruban Rouge. There is a knife that you're not as familiar with that looks super sharp that they're using to cut their sausage.
Mhm.
There is on the table something that doesn't smell very good to you. They're small and green and black,
Mm.
and they smell kind of salty, which is nice, but a little bit bitter and vinegary, which ugh.
Yeah.
But that has a little small thing that looks like 2 little forks pinched together.
Mhm.
There's a regular butter knife on the table, which you do recognize. There are napkins on the table. There's salad on the table, but that's not very interesting to you. And there is a little glass container that has some white stuff in it that you think might be sugar. Of course, it's sugar. You know what sugar is. And there's a little glass container with a metal lid that has some black powdery stuff in it. Could be cinnamon. Of course, it's cinnamon. It must be cinnamon.
All right. So
Could be
for
poppy seeds. You
now,
don't know.
I'm just gonna keep my eyes wide open. I want to wait and kind of keep an eye out for Snuffles and kind of play lookout.
Hmm.
While also kind of like looking up at this lady and being as cute as possible.
Purr, please.
Oof, that's my one bad purr. That was 85, and I have a 40 in purr.
She gives you a little soft boop on the nose and says, "No, no, kitty." Boop on the nose. Snuffles will try. He's over by like where the prep station is. Let's see if he can get anything. He's not having a whole lot of luck. That was an 85. He's looking around. He's looking for something to swipe, but there's just too much action back here with the waiter. There's just too much going on. Eventually, he pokes his head around the corner to see if he can see you. He
Okay.
spots you. Are you actively looking for him?
Yeah.
Like actively on the lookout? You see
Hmm.
his face kind of poke around the corner, and he's got this look like it's a no go. It's a no go. It's a no go. And he looks like he's trying to get out.
Okay. I'm going to meow really loudly and then try to kind of start grabbing for things on the table.
Do you have a preference for the thing that you're going to grab?
Um, just something shiny. So
Hmm.
hopefully one of the silverwares, but I'm just grabbing for whatever looks shiny.
Okay, we said there were 2 forks,
2 forks and 2 knives.
butter knife. What we know is probably a steak knife.
Mm-hmm.
And then the tongs for the what are those olives? And we'll give those a number value.
Okay,
K, roll your single sided D10.
got it. I got a 2.
You get the small fork.
Okay,
Eh.
I'll take that.
You now have a salad/dessert fork in your teeth.
Got it. I'm gonna start meowing really loudly, like I'm really proud of what I've got. And I'm
So
hoping
with
to just make a lot of noise.
with your tiny sharp, you're losing them now, but still kitteny teeth wrapped around the outside of this dessert fork, and you meow. And the little old lady, "Oh no, kitty, no!" And as she says, "No, kitty, no," the waitress spins around and comes marching over to your table.
Okay.
Uh,
Run!
do you wish to get down?
um, Not yet. I'm gonna wait it out. And I'm gonna try
You
to make eye contact with Snuffles as this is happening.
What was that? What was that? Oh, okay, good. He zips around all the tables,
Hmm.
from one leg to another leg to another leg to another leg, as close as he can get to the front door.
Hmm.
And he's kind of crouched as close as he can be by the front door, and you see him. And he's looking at the front door, and he's looking at you.
He doesn't have anything. Like he
He
wasn't closing
has
in.
nothing. He rolled so high.
Okay. Ah, I'm gonna be so mean to this old lady. Um, I'm going to jump off her lap, and in doing so, I want to try to grab the tablecloth.
Oh no. Okay.
I want to try to pull the tablecloth down.
Oh no. Um, Pause, please.
Got it. That was a 36 out of 55.
Your claws catch on the hem of the cloth tablecloth, and you manage to find a loose thread. And as you turn and jump off the table, you manage to take the tablecloth with you.
Hmm.
There is quite a loud commotion, and you hear the poor little old lady, "No, kitty!" You are now under the tablecloth. To make your way out from underneath the tablecloth, please, let's see, you're going to try and run out of there. But you're also manipulating the tablecloth. So I will give you your choice: pause or pounce.
I'll do pounds. As I'm trying to get out, is there any bits of sausage that I can grab?
You're under the tablecloth. Let's find out. You do have a fork in your mouth, however.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
That's a 38. So, yes, there's some of their food under the tablecloth with you.
Okay. I'm going to try to bat at the food and try to push it out from under the tablecloth. Um, and kind of like push it towards Snuffles. Like I
Okay,
kind of want to
let's.
pat it the way that like a cat does when they're playing with like a piece of like a crumpled up piece of paper or like a ball or something.
So, you're trying to soccer this piece of sausage out the door with
Or
like
at least
Snuffles
towards
as your goalie.
Snuffles. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, he knows this game. He's got this. He and Jitters have done this before. He sees your movement underneath the table, like he rolled super low. He sees your movement underneath the tablecloth and recognizes what you're trying to do. He gets really close to the door, and this table's by the door. The waitress yanks the tablecloth up and sees you.
Mhm.
And so you look up at her, and what she sees is a little cat holding a dessert fork in her mouth, batting this sausage around. And then she realizes, as you take a kick with your back leg towards Snuffles, the sausage skitters to a stop in front of Snuffles. Snuffles puts one paw on it, and this woman is now just seeing this whole interaction between the two of you. She screams, doesn't know what to do, and opens the door and starts screaming, "Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out."
Well, luckily my pounce was 75, but I have an 80 in pounds,
Nice.
so I think
Oh,
I
you
got
get
out of
out.
there.
You run out. He's going to try and goalie kick that sausage out the door. And he does.
Hmm.
The sausage goes rolling out the door and he goes running after it.
All right.
You meet him outside.
Yeah.
He's going to pick that sausage up, glance real quick to make sure that you're with him, and run back around.
I'm gonna start running towards the restaurant.
You guys run around and you're making it around the corner to turn across the alley. Princess Snowball, you're sitting out in the alley making friends with this cook, and he's giving you these perfectly diced pieces of sausage, and he hears commotion inside the restaurant. He stands up and goes over and opens the door, and he hears the waitress yelling at him from across the restaurant, something, 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 what you recognize maybe to be a swear word, cats. Jitters, the door's open.
Oh, if the door's open, I am bolting out with as much sausage as I can possibly carry.
Pounce.
Crap. Okay.
Princess Snowball, what are you doing?
Oh,
When
my
I see
God.
this happening, I'm gonna try to grab as much of the little like niblets of sausage as I
Mm-hmm.
can, and kind of just scoop them up and prepare to run.
Are you like pouching them in your mouth like a
Yeah,
chipmunk? Okay,
yeah, exactly.
smart. How'd you do, Jitters?
I got a 13.
He
Yay.
So I'm like,
Wow.
yes.
So what
ran.
the cook sees is a cat run across his feet. And one by one, those little tiny sausages over
Could I
his shoes.
possibly have like grabbed them in the middle? So instead of like a long line of 9, there's only like a long line of like 4.5 of double, like 2 rows.
Sure.
It makes it less likely that he's going to close the door on them.
Mm.
And it's also easier to carry, you know?
True. True. As you come out, you see screaming around the corner Snuffles with a sausage in his mouth. Kirsch with a dessert fork in her mouth. and Princess Snowball with just a mouthful.
You.
And I guess
The
in oh sorry. I
Go
was
ahead.
gonna say in with the sausage in my mouth, um I'm just like, let's go. And I just try I'm gonna run off towards what is it called? Towards the bakery.
Okay, to the other end of the alley.
Yeah.
All right, you start to run. Princess Snowball, just before you go,
Mm-hmm.
you see the defeated and slightly betrayed look on the cook's face.
Oh, this
I
poor
wanna
cat.
as I'm like kind of like before I run away. Is he close to me still?
You
He's
were by
next
the
to-
door. Yeah.
I want to kind of like with my mouth full of sausage, just kind of like run my head up against his ankle and kind of twist my tail around it as I go, and just give him a little like thank you nudge and then run.
As he watches the cat with a mouthful of sausage bits that he carefully curated for her, a cat with a dessert fork in its mouth, another cat taking some of his prized spicy sausage, and then a last cat that actually also has tomato sauce all over its face because it's carrying a prepared sausage, head down the alley. He shakes his head sadly, throws his hands up in the air, and goes back into the restaurant where he's met with general chaos. You're running down the alley. Where do you go?
Um do I know everyone can see me?
You guys are fairly close together.
Uh, um I'm gonna be like as soon as we get like close enough to Kirsch's pet
Mm-hmm.
door, I'll be like, quick in here. And I'm just like and quickly dive into the bakery.
Oh, okay.
Just to make sure like to regroup.
Okay. You dive into the bakery. Does everybody follow? Snuffles
Yeah,
will follow.
I follow.
Um,
Yep.
you are in the mudroom behind the bakery.
All right. Let's see what and I'm kind of noticing that they got something shiny, that
Mm-hmm.
they got some sausage, and we got our sausage. Let's see what we got and like pile it up.
Princess Snowball, do you empty your mouth full of sausage?
I
Oh
do,
my
yes.
gosh.
Princess
And I
Snowball goes. Blah, 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 blah.
I don't know that we can give this to the coyotes, but maybe we could all share it for our hard work. If you want it.
Hey,
I don't know.
sounds good. So from the looks of it,
Mhm.
is the amount of sausage that we have more than what we gave her before?
Oh, absolutely. This is much
Certainly
more.
sounds like
Yes.
it.
Much
Yes.
more. Okay, cool,
Yes.
cool, cool.
The sausage that you gave her was about the shape and size of the sausage that Snuffles stole.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, cool. Wow,
I'm
victory is ours.
As soon
I,
as you say that,
Ah, crap. Famous last words.
yeah.
you hear bat 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 on the pet door, and you see one paw come in, happens to have a thumb. Another paw come in, also has a thumb, and a
Oh,
head push
can I
through.
say before um, the head pops through?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like because I'm assuming that I would recognize raccoon
You do
paws.
recognize raccoon, yes.
Mm.
Could I? This might. You know what? No. They're gonna take some of our stuff though. Um, I kind of want to like take my front paws and push down on the cat door
Mm-hmm.
and be like, "Who are you and what do you want?"
While this is happening, can I re-scoop the sausage bits back into my mouth?
I want to try
Yes,
to
yes,
hold.
you may.
I want to try to hold the dessert fork menacingly.
Cool, cool, cool. Um, Do you come outside or do you do this all from the inside?
Inside.
Okay. You hear from the other side of the door, "Hey, we just wanted to check in and chat."
Who's checking in and chatting? Who is this? And I'm like, I'm the raccoon's paws get stuck in between the
No.
door and
It's
oh,
one of
okay.
those flaps. It's a soft flap. So when you pushed it, it just pushed his hands back out.
Oh.
It's like a swinging flap.
Oh, okay, okay. I had the image of it being like, I guess it'd be like, yeah, a hard flap, and that I could like
Mm.
pinch his hands in between the flap and the bottom of the pet door.
It was enough to push his hands outside.
Okay, okay. So yeah, and then so who are you? Who is this?
Come on. We're not gonna play these games, are we?
Well, no, I honestly don't know who. I mean, it was, and I'm kind of like peek through,
Sure.
and I'll peek through.
You pop your nose through and you actually come nose to nose with the raccoon who is about to also put his nose through. So your head is now sticking out the pet door and you are nose to nose. You can almost feel its wet breath on your whiskers with a raccoon you've seen before. It's one of the raccoons that threatened you the day before.
Oh, you. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. And I like poke my head out, and I want to gesture to Snuffles to kind of like point at stomach sausage. Give like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can do that with paws, like a cutting motion,
Mm-hmm.
and to be
Like, are
kind of
you
like
like cutting across your neck, like
no,
shush
no, no,
shush
like
no, or like
no,
cut a piece
like
off?
cut a cut like a piece off and like be like hide some of it so it looks like we have less than what we'd actually do.
Snuffles looks at Kirsch like, this is your room, help me out. And they move to start hiding the long piece of sausage. In panic, Snuffles kicks the piece that he got in your direction. The whole sausage.
The whole
Oh,
sausage.
okay, so that was the piece that he got.
Correct.
Okay, and was that kick of the sausage towards me deliberate? Like, here, see if this appeases them, or was it
Yeah.
an accidental?
Yeah, like take this.
Oh, okay. So as he does, I'll grab that piece
Mm-hmm.
and kind of like pull a little bit of the flap back and be like, I'm assuming then you would like your cut.
The raccoon looks at the sausage and looks at you and he says, I like a guy who's proactive. And he
Hey,
swipes it from you.
nah.
Hey, we were just looking to check to see if you got our message.
Wait. What message? What are you talking about?
He looks back and forth like, what is this cat, stupid? So we sent a raven. Did you not get our message?
Now, hold on a second. And I'll like close it and I'll be
Mm-hmm.
like, and I'm just gonna like shake my head at everyone and be like, oh, I'm gonna stick my head back out and be like, um, a raven went to Lord Sassafras, but he didn't tell us of any message.
Again, he gets this look on his face like, god damn cats. He sighs.
Was there something you would like us to know? I mean, if there's a message, I mean, I guess you could give a message as good, probably a lot better than a raven could. what exactly is the message that you would like us to have gotten?
If you would like to have a discussion about some friends of yours, you can come find us. Just give a shout out into the sewer, and we'll know. Hey, if it doesn't matter to you, then that's fine. It doesn't matter to you because it really, honestly, doesn't matter to us. And he turns and waddles back down the alley. And that's where we'll end for tonight. Thank you for listening to Chapter 9 of the 9 Trials, The Great Sausage Keeper. If you're enjoying the story, consider supporting the podcast by becoming a Patreon member. You can earn an Inkborn.Studio sticker, get exclusive content, or have an upcoming character named after you. Until next time, friends, remember, the dessert fork goes at the top of the plate.